Today, we're going to be drawing a landscape. Now, we've learned what a landscape is, where it has a horizon line, and it has foreground, middle ground, and background. And we have things that are far away that look really small, even though we know they're a lot bigger than us. So I'm going to start by taking my paper and writing my name on my paper. Then I'm going to flip my paper over, and I'm going to start by drawing a horizon line. Now, my paper is wide, so it's not tall. And I'm going to start by drawing a line that's straight across to make that horizon line. That's where the sky meets the land. And then I'm going to draw a path. Notice how I drew my path that was straight, and it was both wide at the top and the bottom. But I want to make a path that gets smaller because it's going further away. So I'm going to make it wide at the bottom, and then I'm going to make it skinny at the top where it meets the line. That makes it look like it's getting further away. And then I'm going to start to draw some mountains for my landscape. Notice how I started in pencil, because if there's something I don't like, then I can erase it and then draw what I want on there in case I mess up or just don't like how it turned out. Then I'm going to start to draw some trees. I'm going to make them big leafy trees. And notice how they're getting smaller the closer to the mountains they are. So my tree that is at the front of the page, it's really big. But my tree that's really far away, close to the mountains, is small. That is showing us that it's so far away, even though that we know that that tree that's the furthest away could be bigger than the tree that's closer to us. That's called perspective. So I'm going to draw my trees out with my pencil and all my details. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my markers and I'm going to kind of outline my pencil lines with my markers with the colors that I want. So I'm using my brown for my mountains and my tree trunks, whereas I'm going to use my green for my tree tops and for my grass. So I'm adding a little bit of detail with some extra lines in my tree trunks as well with that brown marker. Then I can go in with my green and outline my tree tops and maybe make it look like there's some leaves in there as well. What we'll do next is we'll color it in with some crayons or colored pencils to fill in our landscape color. But I want to kind of outline with marker or a little bit darker color, whatever we have in our pencil boxes, to add a little bit of that detail and make our objects of our landscape stand out. Now that I've got kind of my outlines and some of my details in with my marker, and then I can go in with colored pencil or crayon and I can fill in the rest of my landscape with the colors that I want. I can use a black crayon or colored pencil to fill in gray. I just don't press very hard because gray is just light black. So if I use a black colored pencil or crayon, I can just press really lightly and it'll just end up gray and not black. So I can start to use those to fill in the rest of my landscape. Notice how I'm layering different colors of brown and blue together to make my landscape look like it has lots of blues and lots of greens and lots of browns. So I can layer my color pencils and my crayons. If I have 2 different colors of blue, I can use both of those blue crayons for the sky. So I'm just going to add all of my finishing touches to my landscape, and then I have a cool drawing that shows perspective and shows how things get smaller the further away they are. I can't wait to see your guys' landscapes too.